Okay, live for a little bit of Vertigo action here. ATK up a map. Dominant CT side over on Overpass. We expecting more of the same here, Cole?
I don't know, man. I can't remember the last time MIBR. I've gotten a T-side roundup against this roster. They gotta figure it out here, and they gotta figure it out now on Vertigo. Otherwise, they will get an exit from ECL, and that's not where you want to be. But exit up Sword Side Hall, and so is the rest of the team. So safely punching in those numbers. Maybe they will start to turn the tide here on this round.
Jota able to get away as well. Fadey will start the fun. Here we go. It's a meat grinder of a round, but the flashes are so effective. Missed him. Blinded up everybody, and Swisher bringing the execution through. Oh, missed him. Yoinked the knife away. No knife kill for Swish. Wanted to get that in, but it is going to be a pistol round win for ATK.
And Missum keeps on robbing Swisher's bank account right there, man. You saw it with the MP9 play. You saw it now with the knife kill. You just gotta start paying some taxes over to Swisher there. He keeps on taking that money away, but MIBR's, their woes do continue, and honestly, I thought that was a pretty cohesive pistol round. I like the little follow-up that they had, that little secondary execution in towards Elevator. Unfortunately for them, they met a Swisher, and they also met a very sharp Fadey. That started this one off quite nicely.
Yeah, great retake protocol on that pistol round. Well set up from ATK. Looks like we're gonna have a mid focus in this one. Investment comes through, courtesy of the bomb plant. Oh, Fadey spots. Both will get away from this one without any bloodshed. A full four-man setup in mid.
This is atypical. Perfect flashbang though. There's still a very good setup running down Fadey first things first. Expecting B0den around the corner, not quite. And there is a trade. But where do they go from here?
Oh, this gets awkward. This splits the defense. There's a player up on the mid berm that Jota wants to come through. Swisher needs to focus on in. He's fighting, but one and done. Not exactly ideal. Puts a lot of pressure on. We have dancing around here. Missed him. And he wanders into the crosshair. So one by one, ATK are serving themselves up on a platter, trying to retake this space, and it's just not going to happen. B0den a 1v3. Trying to keep this from getting completely out of whack. He'll find exit. That's the first, but at the cost of most of his health. And B0den, not fancying this one, I don't think. Gonna give it a poke. Doesn't have a kit. Is out of position. Low on health. No. He's going to save his rifle and try and play for the next. So MIBR winning a strong second force buy.
That's a very strong one right there. And that one little protocol that they had was that control towards the middle of the one flashbang that they threw. It allowed them to scale up so quickly. They take a lot of space, and then they just hit the brakes. And I think ATK, they had the numbers there, so you know you can understand why they went for the aggression. But during that break, Exit and Turtle just posted up for a couple of minutes. That was great work being done from those two. We'll get a little replay of it as well, I'm sure, but you can see them just waiting for them to walk into their crosshairs.
Yeah.
That's about as clean as it can be.
Very disjointed from ATK, right? If you're going to make that clear back end towards mid, it's viable, but consider how different it would have been if two, maybe even three of those players had worked together. A force buy in this one. So I'm going to try and risk it around this 1M4. MP9, CZ. They got a little bit to work with in terms of utility. Full belt on missed him. Bits and bobs elsewhere. But a fast play in towards B. This is not what they were set up for. That's going to be tough. MOTM down just about for free. I don't know that Fadey's going to be able to have much more impact and miss him with just an MP9. They've lost the sight. They could just pull the ripcord and try and keep these 4 sets of weapons alive into the next. That's exactly what's going to happen here for ATK.
Love these reads from them. You know, obviously you're going to go for the save here in this round. And there's no way to get back into this. I mean, I talked about Turtle as well coming into this series on this map. He's very effective on the B side anchoring, but I think partially a benefit of how effective he is on that B side anchoring, it comes into some of his ability to entry on the T side here towards B. And that actually lets MIBR really work this map control. I think Jota is going to have an easier time calling on this T side. Granted, the space that Turtle oftentimes can create on this side of the map. So, you know, good stuff from him. Already you're seeing some of the impact, obviously onto a lighter buy, but still the value is still there.
So this round, no further investment. Gotta try and get clean here. But you got enough weaponry to make some work. So how are you going to try and get interesting? What's ETK going to go for? It was a heavy A lean in the last. Seems like it's going to be a heavy A lean here as well. Rifle headed this direction, certainly. And, well, this time, MIBR might be giving them the fight. A ramp, faster play again. Utility already coming through so early on. They're trying to coax out a response. See what's here. At least for the moment, they have found some counter presence. So MIBR is going to take a peek. Going to adjust. Go for another salvo of util.
This would be the perfect round to assemble a boost. I wonder if they might be on.
Oh no!
What is going
What is
on
that?
there? Are in.
They're setting up
Completely blindsided.
util, but with the smoke in his face. Now there's a boost up here. This could get spicy. Molotov will force the players off the boost. Push them away from this edge, but Swisher connected to Jota. Tries to go back for more. That might be a bit too much, but Henny's low. Henny's low. Turtle is as well. Oh, these pistols are having so much impact. The MP9 might as well be a laser beam. Down to a 2v2. Exits the healthy player. His duel against Bodenmaster could decide the fate of the round, because even if MOTM doesn't have armor, against Turtle, it's going to be first shot wins it. MOTM will start to rotate off, but Exit's now making steps. He's heard. He realized Bodenmaster's so close. That pistol could distract. Set up Bowden for the two-piece. And here it's going to come. The first one found. Exit pushed off the angle. Bowden's able to reset. He's sticking around onto it. Smoke to try and buy some space. Bowden can take this time to get the reload on. 20 seconds. Exit. Can't afford the rotate. The boost up here. Oh, this is spicy. Exit's going to try and plant this bomb, but no. Coax out a peek. Coax out a fight. It's all about the timing. Exit's so low. He knows that he has to make the move. He had to get the kill. And MOTM puts him into the dirt. Nothing bought into this round. Just the 4 sets of weapons taken through from the last. And ATK make it work.
Oh, that's the first kill there for Modem, but it has to put a smile on your face. Only a USP there. And the clutch versus Exit, a guy that you know can do some damage. Incredible with the rifles. But right there, there's nothing you can do. Instant headshot comes through from Modem. Bailing out of that round. It looked like they were playing that 1v2 perfectly, but then Bowden, you know, can't quite get that kill. I thought that was going to be the end of it when Exit was on the hunt, but no, they get saved by MOTM, and that is quite a round to gather. Timeout called off the back of it as well. As you can see, man, MIBR. They're starting to sweat, but again, there's a very good purchase here. So they got to patch over some of the small detail mistakes, right? We saw the last round, they got a little too comfortable in their gathering of control. And I think they're maybe looking to buckle down on that.
That's the most charitable way I've ever heard you say, or anyone say, they walk through a smoke with util out.
Yeah, that was just brazen. I don't know what.
Comfortable in their gathering of control. That is the diplomatic way to say that. Nice nade. Early damage here is going to make it tough for MIBR, and these flashbangs are so brutal. ATK so effective on the flashes just mean that MIBR keep getting stalled out on this A-ramp space. Throwing the util, they're clearing out cement, but a little bit more methodically about this one. Trying to avoid getting caught. This smoke creates an interesting space. Jota's going to use it to get back towards cement. There's a gap. Oh, and the swing, the timing. Ooh, the second found from Fadey around the smoke. Now MIBR in big trouble. They have to get something from Turtle, and a one and done might not be enough. Henny and Exit. They've still got a couple smokes. They could still make this happen. Flashbang is here, but the problem is so is the focus from ATK. They're very zeroed in on this. MOTM's just been left to secure the other site, and now it's all into Henny. Stuck back by cement. Worming his way in here. 35 seconds. He's going to need some magic. He's going to need some sort of fire.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Here's the play. Here's the patient play. Checking for the first. Swisher thinks he's cleared it. Comms are on. Comms are on, but that first kill goes through. He may not realize miss him still in the corner. Spotted the player moving towards elevator. Smoke's going to come out. Whoa! What? Henny is making magic happen. Bomb has to be planted. Henny will do that. Using the smoke to offset the angle as well. They may not expect it. They'll think he's stuck on default. Henny creating something from nothing. Water into wine here. He's trying to quench the thirst of his team. There's a smoke for Bowden. TM's going to set this up. Set up the defuse, start them out on it. The bomb's actually offset, so Henny's trying to play the spam angle, but that just gives him the tip-off of his actual location. Bowden will collect on the swing. What an attempt from Henny. Not enough.
I love that from him, though. Some trickery. Doing what he does best. Like he said, making the best of a bad situation, rather. And doesn't quite close it out, but he gets some bomb plant. He does some damage. What I'm worried about most of all, though, is Swisher and how he is dominating this A side at the moment. The multi-kills he's finding currently is what I think make ATK so scary on this map when he's on that A-bomb site. When he has Bowden helping out some of these rounds with the op. Haven't quite seen him go towards this side of the map early on. He does have a good spawn here now, but you get this Bowden and, you know, Fadey, Swisher trio towards ramp when they battle for control. It becomes very scary for any team. And right now, Swisher, you're getting him out of very good form.
Just into the pistols here. MIBR trying to keep this half from getting out of whack. Got the deagles. We know how deadly these Brazilian deeks can be, so don't want to completely discount any possibility of danger in this one, but no armor on 3 players. Not a lick of utility. Can't say I love their chances. Bowden is lucky to get around the angle there. Gets around the corner, and at this point, some of the fangs are taken out of this round. That's both sets of armor gone. You just got 3 naked players wandering around on the ramp.
Get building confidence on this A side, man. Bowden going for the aggressive peeks. Once he gets that spawn, he just feels confident to take a lot of liberties. Knowing he's up against pistols. You make sure to do the damage here. They're going to walk into a pretty hefty B side as well, with Bowden still ready and in the right position to deal with these deagles. Although he is low, so maybe something interesting could happen here soon. Tricky boost here from MIBR, but it shouldn't net them anything. No one's exposed at the moment.
MIBR gonna run the clock out in this one. Quite a ways, hoping, praying, pleading that someone might give them a peek in and give them an opportunity. 35 seconds, so they are going to have to go. And, well, Bowden's not going to miss that first. The follow-up is good, and at this point, frags it. Swift death may be the best option. He's trying to find some damage. They are really trying to make something out of this round. Well, that is a firing squad exit finds himself in front of. There's just a matter of time here. Down to 7 points of health being whittled away, and eventually a bullet will find out.
I'm laughing at Swisher just jumping around in the middle. He cannot get the kill. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's just jumping, making some noise. Might be valuable in some sense, but
maybe he's just distracting, right? If you're
Yeah.
constantly hearing that jump, you're constantly hearing that audio cue, you're constantly reflexively trying to check something.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going for there. So still have an impact, even though no way he could get that sweet eek.
Maybe he's just expressing his frustration at being locked out from that last eco kill.
I would be very frustrated if that was me.
You do like to farm.
Nothing better than the unarmored pistols. Those are the easy ones.
The sweet meats.
The freebies. Becomes a little bit more difficult now, though. Still no op in Henny. I'd like to see that come out pretty soon from myself. I know he's got to deal with Bowden on the other end of things, so getting that one out would certainly help in a lot of this A-side control attempt. Mr. Turtle, though, loves to go for some of the early B-side aggression. And he's going to take some liberties towards this direction. In round number 7. Has opportunities to go for some picks. Ooh. Boost is tricky. But Swisher again. Oh, man, he's doing it again. Every single round, this guy's finding multi-kills on the B-bomb site. Yeah, your only option is to try and stay. And look who's there. It is Turtle with 1 and a second. A double entry to fight back in this round. He's taking a lot of space off that as well. And all of a sudden, ATK sent spiraling is 2 from Swisher, but 2 just quicker from Turtle.
Still, the retake is on here. Positioning down at the bottom of the steps. There's good utility to make the retake happen. Exit still has a Molotov. Keep an eye on that. He's the player playing most passive here, so he's going to try and hold that till the last possible second. Missed him. Good clear. Jota stuck out, burning alive, and he's dealt with. Exit to Molly. It might be too late. Is there smoke for it? There is. Missed him. Can deploy that. It's going to be all good. But Exit does find a kill. Not to be, though. The retake is so on point for ATK. This is phenomenal from ATK right now.
Cohesion's just all there, man. Turtle's double entry nullified by some very composed players here on ATK. Everyone effective with the communication, the utility on point there as well. The molly you could see just kind of getting them so uncomfortable. So this double entry doesn't really bear fruit. And again, I talked about that being a really a strong suit for Turtle. He can do that pretty blatantly on Vertigo. So you have to capitalize on it, but this boost, they get caught off guard here. A lot of utility tossed in, and Fadey just left in no man's land.
Look at how much ground Turtle has gotten onto its side. They have no idea that's two! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! The trap has been sprung. They completely lost track of this control on towards B, and now this could be a catastrophe. This could be the round that lets MIBR back in. They had no business being in this round. They had no business being in this engagement. Instead, ATK might have to back away. Odin setting up on a long angle. He's trying to be untradeable, but he's not going to be able to hit that shot. Not online. Not here. And this is going to be a save. They're pulling the ripcord. They're backing off of this. It's the right call even, but man, what a brutal round to give up. MIBR, this is the kiss of life. This is going to inject some energy back into this team and give them a chance into this map.
Yeah, that's back-to-back rounds as well right there. That Turtle just double entries that B side. That's what he does best right now. Fantastic job from him. He was quiet on overpass for quite some time. He was getting, honestly, kind of unlucky for a lot of those rounds, but like you said, this is going to breathe some new life into this MIBR roster, or at least it should. There's going to be, I believe, one last buy here. Missed him on 7k, so he can toss 2 weapons in if he needs to. Bowden has quite a lot of money as well, but you know, a lot of space and resources spent towards the middle. It creates this massive gap from Turtle, and he makes sure to capitalize off of that. Fantastic work. Well, I want to see Turtle just keep on dusting this B side, essentially until he gets punished for it. But right now, he's with the pack over towards A. Yeah. Trying to offer up coverage.
He's just the wise backstop here. Oh, Swisher! Eventually, he's going to find that Jota not having a good time here on Vertigo. Having a rough road, getting those aggressive positioning plays over towards the A ramp, and well, he's down and out again. It's funny, I mean, for the rifling, we look to Jota and BRN to have massive impact, right? These are normally your players that you have pinned as being the big pieces, and they have yet to get activated on this map in the slightest.
Yeah, Swisher's been dominating this ramp control. He's been set up quite nicely by his teammates here, but in that setup, he's knocking them down in a consistent fashion. The guy is just delivering every single round. They test the waters towards A, and that's probably striking some fear in the hearts of MIBR. Unsure of their options here. Look at the way they're playing this one. Time is going to continue to dwindle down as they continue to hold the flank and wait patiently here, but you couldn't have asked for a better read right now from ATK. Essentially, nearly all the resources positioned in the right positions, and they're going to read this one like a book. I mean, even Modem is kind of cheating over towards this A side here. Oh my god. Swisher peppering in some damage here. There's only 20 seconds, man. You've got to move. You got to get going. And they're getting deep down here. They can't even make it around the corner. There's 10 seconds left.
They have no time. They got no time. Swisher's going to put this away. That drops the bomb. This is over. They're going to try for a T-side save, I guess. There is no way to win this. This is an abysmal situation to be in for MIBR. They've had a couple of these where they just get stalled out, where the utility just comes through and they got nothing. I mean, this is brutal, right? They're just so slow and taking the space that there's no chance to win it. They're not making it easy for themselves, but likewise, you got to admire the execution from ATK, giving not an inch. These MIBR sides have just been a little too slow to get going, and you could cite the mid-rounding as a huge part of that here.
Yeah, it's a consistent problem. Timeout called immediately off the back of that. I would imagine MIBR scamps, because that's a frustrating one, right? Obviously, it started off poorly, right? It didn't go your way in the early round. I think that's where a lot of things go wrong for MIBR. They need those early starts. They need those opening picks. Otherwise, the mid-rounding is hard to deal with, right? Because, you know, they don't always have the best decisions. They don't have the best, you know, sense of the clock at the moment. And all those kind of netting them. Sometimes rounds that just pan out like that, where they lose the man advantage, they don't really react accordingly. No one's trying to be the hero. No one's going for any sort of plays that can net them access back into this round.
Have they seen Henny? No, not yet. The flashbangs have been so good, though. No, this time they do a dry. Missed him, is going to get checked. So aggression, maybe a bridge too far this time. It's been working out for ATK round after round after round after round. But finally, for MIBR, an opener. And considering the limitations they've got in terms of util in this, that's a blessing from the heavens.
Yeah, I'm sure they're used to getting blinded up towards that ramp and aggressed upon right there, but they walk away with a big one by finding that opening pick. That's a pretty rare angle to hold from Henny as well. Usually you'll see him taking more space
This response
on the other side, but
they pulled everyone off of A. They're setting up for the mid fight. I guess just not having seen a ton of presence in Fork. It does look like it's going to be a late Fork play, though. ATK, I mean, this almost looks like it's just going to be a save, but in a 5v4 with the util they've got, that's kind of insane. I suppose they could play for retake purely on it. 35 seconds. If they come back to this site with the util they've got, MIBR would have to be careful about not getting stalled out again. There's a rotation coming in. They're throwing a bunch of nades. A molly in the plant spot would be ruinous. There's only one HE. There's the Molotov down. That's going to deny time. That's going to let these smokes bleed off. And once again, MIBR's going to be in a really tough spot. 3 sets of crosshairs here. 3 to control the sidelines. Bombs going down. Here's the swing. Flashbang's good. Trades are excellent. And Turtle's going to be eliminated. Henny has to hold the line. The AWP has to do the work. He spotted the player. There's no more smokes as well, so they have to battle it out. Exit. Put on notice. He's low. This is coming down to the margins. This is coming down to the margin calls. And MOTM is going to try this clutch. Inching forward. There's a to deal with. And Henny's just good for it. That's a huge round. Star power on display. 4 big kills for Henny in a narrow situation.
you can see the same problems arising this time, though. I think Henny just saves him in a big way. He finds the opening pick, and from there on out, he plays those post plants to perfection. He needed to step up. He needed to help out on some of those trades, because you could see the aggression that ATK was throwing out in that round here. A late decision on this forced buy. That's a bit awkward from ATK. They could have used a timeout, something along those lines there, certainly. But they go for the hesitant decision. I wonder if that's going to show up in the playstyle, because they're showing up to these positions a little bit late in the round.
Good damage early with the FAMAS. JOTA put on notice. There's no good, very bad, very unlucky Vertigo continues. But as of yet, no kills. So still a chance to have impact here. We got Exit making a play in towards mid. Here's the problem, right, with Exit lurking mid right now, is he has the vast majority of their utility. So if he's dropped, that could be bad. But presumably he wants to set up some of these nades from the ladder position for grouping on in. Teams throw their control for side haul from that position. JOTA down. Swisher gets another as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Henny eliminated. It's going from bad to worse here. The bomb is dropped. This is catastrophe again. And 5 players still stand on the ATK side. MIBR need a massive hero play from Turtle and Exit. And Turtle's on the wrong side of the map to deliver it. They're pulling back. This is going to be another T-side save. And that's a brutal pull for MIBR.
I don't even know what you do up against Swisher in this form. Right now, saving isn't certain either. Exit. Double swinging. He's going to line it up. A lot of damage done here. Fadey on the chase. He's not going to let you save that Exit. Grabs himself a little upgrade as his reward. Exit Flashed off. It's gonna pressure him. Flash is so well placed. Fadey just gonna confirm. There's not a single weapon saved. Everyone hits the deck. And look where it leaves him off at. Henny and Brinizen, they have a lot of money left to their name, but not so much for the rest of the team. But this is everything here. Swisher. And what a massive 3K, man. Doing so much damage again. Being an absolute beast on the ramp. He is hungry to take this one home.
He certainly is. And again, for MIBR, lackluster. There's not the nades there. They had limitations in the economy, but they do nothing to push Swisher off the angle until he feasts. He feasts. 3-round lead for ATK. This is recoverable for MIBR. We're not completely off the reservation.
159 IDR for Swisher. I think that is absolutely insane.
Yeah, that helps. That helps. That makes life easier when you're 16-6 in round 11. That's pretty helpful. Almost 1.5 kills a round. Over 1.5 kills of damage around. Ay, 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 ay. I'll go for the half buy here. You got a hero rifle on Henny, so there's something to work with. But they know they need to get as many gun rounds as possible. It's going to be the faster pace of play. This worked for a bomb plant previously. Henny burning, taking that Molotov. They know it, and that's the spam angle, right? That is. There's a reason a lot of teams call that spot Henny. So even on the T side, he wants to get into it. And that's going to be the rifle in a pretty tough to retrieve position.
Especially if that smoke fades away. I just don't even know if they're interested in retrieving it. Too many resources would have to be spent. And look how they're setting up Swisher right now. If your player is dominating like Swisher, you want to just let him take all the fights you can get. Give him the flashbang. Give him the freedom to continue to just pressure the opposition. But in all of these resources spent in grabbing some of this ramp control, I gotta say, there is somewhat of a weakness on this B-bomb site here. And it might be our look to exploit it. It's only Modem, and he's playing a very passive angle.
Fadey, couple big kills. That drops the bomb. Likely reduces the chances of a bomb plant here. And oh, Exit's gonna try and plant, but he's got no armor. The nade takes him out of play. Fadey, Kobe. Good hold on the util, and it's clean. Literally not a bullet of damage taken by ATK. There is not a speck of dirt on their uniforms. They are once again making this CT side a thing of beauty.
Yeah, less tools in this round as well, given that lack of bomb plant. I think maybe they could have afforded an off for Henny if that was confirmed. Now, that's not going to be the case here. In fact, there's some Galils in play as well. They really could have used that as some extra credit, but some great utility work coming through from ATK. That's been a consistency throughout this entire series here. More utility work being done. Not going to do the most damage. Getting your eyes set towards ramp, though, as the scene of Swisher continues to scare off any members. They don't even want to mess with him right now, I don't think. Are they running up a run boost? Yeah, they will do it. He doesn't flinch, and he lands a collateral. Oh, he sends two packing, hitting Bernison hitting the deck, but Turtle does respond.
All right, Turtle. Turtle has been the key piece here. He's gained a lot of space towards B round after round. Look at the flank that's developing, though. Missed him. Is going to be right behind them. Timing will be everything here. They're setting up util. They're not expecting Missed him to come on in. And as the execution comes in, Swisher finds one. That'll distract plenty. Missed him. That drops the bomb. It's over. Missed him. Deals the death blow. The backstab that was needed. 9 rounds at a minimum for ATK.
This is stunning stuff, man. When it comes to these gun rounds, it is so perfect. Bone nailing this double opener. Missed him on the flank. They just know exactly what they need to do. I mean, think about the reactions there. The fast calling that was coming through. Bowden lands the collateral. Immediately Missed him's activating on this flank. That was the first time they actually were even pushing through that flank as well. So, man, that's going to be incredibly frustrating for MIBR to drop Bowden. He's up for more. And another collateral nearly hit, but this time only one and done.
That's not great. That gives an off on over. Eggs pick that up. Pressure on in a big way. Swisher, though, gonna start to clean up the bodies. Probably love to get that over to Henny, but Henny is actually the player most removed from this play.
Oh, a boost.
Flashbang for it. Missed him pops up. Missed him apparently didn't see anybody, but there we go. Just down 3 points of health. Suppose Exit is the only player with armor, but no, he's gonna say, "Oh, Kenny, you're the guy. You're the man. Make it happen with that big green, that zoom banger. Make that thing sang."
I think they set him up with a one-way here as well, but no one's really exposing themselves to this angle. Fadey, far too wise to give up his life. He will not. Just playing so patiently around this sight box here, and you know they'll still try and test the waters. Missed him again. Oh, I was gonna say dry, but it's never dry. There's always the utility, and even when Swisher, he's not finding any kills, he still has the setup. And he will find himself a couple of kills, of course.
Of course. The flash usage is just so on point for ATK. Constantly. MIBR barely get to see their opponent. It's brutal. You thought it started out well, dropping the AWP. You think, okay, there's a chance they gain some space. They get towards site, and they stall out on the ramp. ATK, again, doing such a good job of stalling out those A-ramp takes. If double digits found, and I mean, frankly, there's nothing to make me think this isn't going to be an 11th. MIBR have shown so precious little on this half. Outside of a few big plays, the one miscue, or the one, like, nice play miscue from ATK was when Turtle got all the way up on B. Yeah. Otherwise, every round has looked like ATK is making the better plays.
That was their only mistake, man. That was the one time that they really let Turtle get away with it. And since then, they have buckled down. This mid control might be something to promise here. Forcing Boden off the line here. He's somehow blind, and they still have so many players, so much resources towards mid and B.
This is really well set up for ATK. It's a huge read. It's a huge read, and MIBR being so timid in the way they're taking this space. Fadey, is he going to get flashed in? Yes, he is. That didn't actually work. They were waiting for it. They were waiting for that flash approach. Nades are going to sail through, though. Lots of damage. Still a man advantage, and knowing that there's tons of resources being committed in towards mid, MIBR finding space. A-ramp. Penny. Look at this. No one's here to watch. For once, no one's here to watch. Swisher, clothesline. The site lost. This could be a 5th round on for MIBR. It's coming up roses. This has to be a victory. The utility is limited. Missed him is the next to falter, and those were the last nades. Those were the last nades that they have. So there's just nothing else doing. Well, TM's working his way on the flank. Boden stuck by elevator. Barring a massive collapse here, this should be over. And one after another, the bodies are falling for ATK. So MIBR, one final round to take into the half. Get them by. It's enough, at least, to make an attempt at this second, and they will see it through. Henny, great bit of maneuvering, getting on towards the site, but Cole, is it going to be enough?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Henny in this highlight reel, but unfortunately, I don't know. This is a pretty domineering half, and ATK definitely taking a lot of the momentum here, utilizing so much of that CT side aggression to their favor.
We need to see some form from MIBR that we just have not gotten in this series yet. If we're going to get a series of it, if we're going to get a third map, that would be Dust 2 if we get there. But the way ATK is playing, with how polished they look, you just cannot see a world where they're really going to be able to take this over the line. It's looking so very dominant from the ATK side. We'll find out what's going to happen after the break. 10-5, up a map already. It is looking beautiful for ATK, but MIBR, this is a team that has historically not known when to quit. They got that little gumption back here, Cole.
Oh, certainly, man. And he's showing it. He's really trying to fight for this series right now. When it comes to the impact, the guy has certainly delivered in these endings halves. And oh, BRN's going to kick off proceedings lovely. And he's going to take so much damage to the molly. And they're going to just chase him down straight up as well. Going to get himself tucked in towards the corner.
There's
a lot of presence up there.
This is insane. Here. So much space in a pistol round here towards elevator. And he's got kind of a cheeky spot. He's bringing in rotations as well, right? Exit coming back to focus, but here comes the kills. Swisher's gotten all the way up the side hall. They had no idea. Jota was playing cock, so he doesn't have the vision. Henny at least turns a kill out of his position, but do they expect this play from Cement? Uh-oh. Jota, he's been spotted, and it's dealt with. Okay, bomb going down now. This is a little bit disastrous. Fadey's holding them off from his teammate as his teammate plants. And missed him! Oh, no, missed him! Oh, no, missed him. He's going to leave it all on the Swisher on the flank. He had that one. I was guaranteed. That was a sure thing. Couldn't get it over the line. There is a kit. There is a kit. That kit will be picked up here in a moment. No, they're not going for it. They want to fight instead, and that brings it down to the 1v1. Swisher knowing he's got the clock on his friend. That's his ally. Kit has been retrieved. That calm comes through, but Swisher will hold him off the defuse. That's all he needed. The tap's coming on in. Exit trying to bait this fight, and Swisher knows he's won it on the clock. This pistol round's already his, but the kill will be as well. No! No one is surviving this one. No one makes it through, but the pistol round is ATK's.
Okay, whatever. It gets the job done, I guess, is what Swisher's saying at the end of that round. And I guess same for Mista, man. All of these whiffs, they just get bailed out by the clock. Oh, it's a fitting demise there for MIBR. Just not enough time to get the defuse off there, unfortunately, and that's going to be a crucial pistol. It's a tough pill to swallow, but MIBR, they're going to call in a full USP eco, just essentially conceding this round. Wow. The chaos starting early here. As soon as ATK get on the T side, man, the chaos is right back into action. Oh.
Bye, Turtle.
Night.
Taking the space. I mean, it is a stack at the very least. MIBR? That's, I mean, it's pistols, so how much is a stack really worth? ATK is very happy to take this protracted engagement, knowing that they've got the weapons advantage, and one by one, the dominoes are falling. All right, time for the improbable BRN 4K with the USP. Not willing to say ace.
Wow. That would double his kills. That was a nice shot at the very least. Maybe trusting him for a good reason, but this is a rare form for BRN to be down in the dumps like this.
Yeah, Jota as well, right? These are two firepower bastions, and they're just not contributing. They're not clicking. And this MIBR team is just really not designed to succeed if those two players aren't hitting. It's not the way they like to play. Ah!
Okay.
Spice, a little extra flair on this, a little pizzazz.
I don't even want to peek him, man. Look at this boat. It's like, I don't know if I even want to test this. But he will find the kill anyways. No big deal. Not too bad, though. This is very composed. They just make sure to clear out those sweet eeks. This is going to be a little bit of a different test. So right now I'm looking at this purchase. 4 players without Het Kevlar, and there is a couple Galeals here. So it could be interesting. I would have liked it more if ATK had a couple Mac 10s in play to try and get the job done, but hey.
I'm going to call this right now, though. MIBR has to win this round.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
If MIBR drop this, it's over. It's over. I'm ready to send ATK on through to face off against Nouns. So for MIBR, Desperation Station. Now look at the utility already. They have 1 flashbang. ATK were relentless with their flashes in the first half. Now there's 1 flashbang, and Turtle's gone. First domino is going to fall. A couple big kills coming in. Henny eliminated on the other side of the map. There's options here for ATK. They can move any which way they want. They aren't committed. They got a minute 15. Did BRN spot missed him getting in? Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Ah! Somehow, that's going to work out for BRN. And that is a lifeline coming through for the MIBR squad. That, I think they got a little lucky on that one. But it just resets it to an even situation. BRN playing aggressive, committed in. He's starting to feel himself a little bit. And that is a very promising side for the Brazilian squad. But he didn't see the bomb. So Bodenmaster still has a chance. Fadey working his way through mid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is going to get real weird on timing. A trade is there, but Fadey was just a tick too slow. Bodenmaster dropped as a result. Now, when the attempted plant comes through, could be tough. Fadey is going to be able to get that bomb plant. I can't deny it. Molotov from BRN would be effective, but it would also give his position away. So he opts to play for the element of surprise. Fadey has a chance at this clutch. Fadey creeping along. Oh, he's going to reroute. He's giving them the slip. Exit has no idea he's past him. Actually, oh, the timing. Exit thought about it. Exit thought about the possibility. And he is going to hold. Well done from Exit, eliminating the positions, recognizing where he had to be. MIBR find the round they desperately needed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at this round right now, and imagine if Exit goes down there. His teammate doesn't have a kit. There's no kit in play to retrieve, so that one would have just completely been a wash. Heartbreaking round right there. Can't pull off the clutch at the end, but it's a nice attempt. ATK make it close. But what MIBR do, like you had said it coming into this round, is that they needed to win this if they wanted to try and stake in a claim here on Vertigo, and they complete that job. Little team flash taking place there. Timing on the peak. Turtle, I know he likes to get a little bit aggressive on this B side, but all of these flash plays are really netting them, you know, somewhat limited control at the moment.
It's gonna put him onto the danger panel, and it's interesting, right? Because players are still, well, they were leaning. Now they're moving off, so this may actually work out. Because they put a lot of emphasis on towards Turtle. The Krieg coming hunting here for Boden. Looking for heads.
Rolling it back a little bit is Boden.
Henny.
Oh, and he has the headshot angle.
He's going back. Putting on notice here. There's 3 players in. Relatively solid defense if the hit actually does come through. And ATK, they're advancing. They're advancing. They get a ton of space. BRN could be in trouble. She's going for some spam, but he's checked. What? It goes back the other way. Swisher finding him through the smoke, and now one on the edge. Uh-oh. It's falling apart here. It's starting to unravel. Henny could be the key piece. The backstab. No one's looking for him. No one's looking for him right now, but it's only a matter of time. He's trying to play his time out, but he's losing teammates in the meantime. It just left to Henny, and now his position's revealed. So now they know. 25 seconds. Henny's down, done, and done. The Turtle has to make the play. He'll drop the planter. Back away. This is tough. Fadey's the one who picks up. He's got no health. But as Turtle tries to make a cheeky play through smoke again, this time he's held for. That's 13 on the board. That is the money in shambles here for MIBR. Absolutely catastrophic cash. And they're running out of rounds to get involved in this map.
In this sort of deficit, you just can't afford to trade rounds back and forth, so it had to have been a string. It had to have been a series of rounds that MIBR get rather than a flash and a pan on the CT side when out a 2v1 clutch. It has to be near flawless from here on out. And what's the buy here? What do MIBR even go for? Do they want to try and risk it in trust with some of the individual abilities that, I'll be honest, aren't necessarily showing up in the server, or do they call in a pretty brutal save and allow ATK to get closer to that grand finals position?
They gotta save. They have to save. You have to save here. If they don't, you have the worst force buy in the world to try and make this happen. That puts ATK onto 14. And then you're just going for a different force buy to try and keep them off map point. Yeah, they'll make the tough choice. Might feel like gnawing off your own leg. Frankly, even the P250s invested into this round, I don't like.
That's just a sign of the times here for MIBR and this map. They just, I've had too much going their way. All they can flush out JOTA. Goodness, missed him! I know it's up against pistols, but the shots are so swift. This is what they're made of right now. Just building confidence. And Mistim's gonna finish it off with a clean 4K. That is stunning work right there. The IGL farming up some eeks there for ATK. You love to see it. And again, one step closer to closing this one out.
It is always a nice time when Mistim's individual form's on point. To me, when an IGL is fragging, it either says everything else is going wrong, or they're having a pretty easy time on the calls and feeling comfortable. Right? Oh, there's the first spot. They're going fast on this. There's the first kill coming through. Swisher, dynamic on the entries. And now mid control's been lost. Such a tough spot to play from. Another one gonna go through, and the dominoes are falling. MIBR have bet so much on this round. Turtle try and keep them off. Now he's got to be wary from two directions. He just walks out. He just walks out. This already has to be a save, and this is disastrous. This is catastrophic. Henny, the lone survivor in a 1v3. Can he even go for it? I think he kind of has to. But he's on the wrong side. He's out of position. He's out of time. He doesn't have a kit. He has absolutely nothing working in his favor. So he's going to try and keep the gun up. He's going to try and give them something to fight for overtime with. But this has been disastrous. MIBR have gotten one round since the half switch. One round on their CT side so far. Now they need 9 in a row.
I don't know what the buy's gonna look like either, right? They're gonna have the Deagles, they're gonna have the Scouts. Henny shows face. He's gonna go towards side hall, making a lot of noise about this one. Smoke in, Fadey, he's just gonna walk flank, making some noise though. No, doesn't find it. And now it's up to Mistim. He can't find the kill either. They do hold on to that singular gun. Henny, he's been really trying right now in this series. I gotta give him credit, man. You know, the few rounds that they have gotten, I feel like have been off the back of Henny and Turtle. It hasn't been that full team effort. You mentioned it, right? This team does kind of need the extra firepower that JOTA and BRN can offer, and they just don't have that at the moment. But there's still some of those elements that are showing up.
Yeah, definitely still see why this could be such a dangerous team, but it's not been their game. Just a little sectioned up. Here's the flak peek. There we go. That's effective with the trade. Oh no.
Wow.
Both M4s down on the dirt. This is looking dire. JOTA will try and retake some of the space, but this could just be the last dying gasps of a desperate team. Man advantage here. The big gun's down. Turtle wins his duel. It's not done just yet. It's a minute 15 to play with, but B0den is low.
Might have aggressed down ramp as well. Oh no, JOTA's playing behind a smoke in the meantime here. He's able to retrieve a rifle. That's good news. But it is up to Turtle. I think he's going to have to do the heavy lifting here. He's going to have to do it all, essentially.
Yeah.
He has no support at the moment.
Being diligent in their clears. Gonna set up the util and just go for this. Oh, and they put him on an island. Exit's even floated out of mid. This is such a tough spot for Turtle. If the Molotov chooses his spot, he's a goner. You've only got the one, though, and they're holding on to it. He's for the minute. There it comes in. Back for default. They're not checking him. They're not checking him. He's going to get one. One and done. Is it enough? Mike gives his team a chance. They have to wait a tick for the Molotov to clear to get this bomb planted. But once it does, that AWP is going to be so deadly in the post. JOTA has already been found. It's all on to exit. A 1v2. A 1v2 for survival. A 1v2 to keep MIBR from elimination here in ESL Challenger League Season 42. Exit. He's been spotted. They've seen him get down. He's tagged down to 21 points of health. He's limping, surviving, but it's Swisher, fittingly, to put him down. His 30th kill found, and ATK booked their spot in the grand finals.
It is such a fitting end, man. The dirty 30 for Swisher as he just single-handedly gets the job done there on Vertigo. It was such a great effort from him, man. At one point, he was rocking 156 ADR on that CT side, so you can tell how hungry he was to get to this position. I say single-handedly. Swisher, he was doing a lot of work, but he was also getting set up. It was a full